away somewhere, decided to stop off at Fantasy Bunnings, as similar to the way you did, and set out offered up, well, pretty much ran straight to the deals counter and offered his soul up to Garfield the Deals Warlock, and sort of just asked him what he can get for it. So he signed that over, and in return, got, I think it was 200 gold worth of store credit and 3 draws from this deck of cards that Garfield procured. Upon drawing the first card, chaos bolts of energy started flying around the store, hitting everyone within 100 feet or so, and causing a right mess. Partially destroying the store itself. Some shelves were broken, and people murdered. People killed, I guess. It's kind of not really murder. There was no intent. And then those fancy lads fled, and went off to
So he didn't actually draw his second 2 cards.
So I think overall he's got 4 draws of the deck, or 3. I'll need to double check my notes, or I can go back and watch the video now, which is amazing about videos. But yeah, so I mean, you guys don't know this, so play knowledge and character knowledge, but maybe you get a feeling in your bones that good news, you've got $200 worth of store credit. Bad news, you may never be welcome back.
I will be welcome back. We went with that ragtag group of
cannot
hooligans.
be our fault for him producing cards that chaos bolts fly out of if you draw a card.
We'll go to court and argue our case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fantasy lawyer.
Fantasy lawyer. I love it.
She gotta be hot.
You need She-Hulk or like, what is it? Birdman, attorney at law.
Yes,
attorney.
Harvey Birdman.
Birdman, attorney at law.
Cool. All right. When last we left these heroes, though, these heroic non-fantasy Bunnings destroying heroes, they had been tasked by Mara, their friend, who was sort of in a late 20s, early 30s, seemed to have some command of a wizard tower that can take you around space and time. She dropped you off here in the city of Waterdeep, the city of Splendor, and tasked you with finding her. Not only finding her, but helping her sort of young, late teen, early 20s self, as she's on a gap year here in the big smoke, come up from the hills, getting into all kinds of mischief and trouble, and you were sort of encouraged to go check out certain kind of water, different watering holes and Republican establishments. In one, you entered into, it is the Yawning portal run by Durnan, named so because there is a giant hole in the ground that is actually the wizard tower that has sunk into the earth and leads to the dungeons beneath Waterdeep that were created by Hallister. I think it's Hallister Blackcloak, the Mad Mage. Sort of this unscouted, uncartographed area of under the city, but adventurers sort of go down there regularly and come out with wondrous prizes and toys. Durnan was one of those people, and he sold a lot of his treasure to build this tavern on top of this spot, and now he sort of makes a living charging people who want to be hoisted down or hoisted out. When you arrived, you had a couple of drinks, I believe, and witnessed a fight between a half-orc lady and a human man. And after she beat the pulp out of the human, his mates sort of thought that wasn't very fair, or maybe they've never heard of a Makara, and jumped her and beat the snot out of her. And when the knives came out, Durnan sort of yelled at them to get out, and everyone takes his word as gospel in here. Just as they leave, a hulking figure climbs out of the Yawning portal, and it is a troll, which Durnan yells out, and surrounded, circling it like flies, are a half a dozen bat-like creatures attached to its body. Some of them attached, some of them sort of circling around it, like sort of bat-like mosquitoes. First thing we're going to do is roll initiative.
Can someone remind me how to roll in Foundry?
Next to your armor class, there's an initiative button.
Oh, yeah. What do I do to roll in this?
Oh, close that. That's all my session notes. I was not meant to send that to you.
Oh, I did double.
I closed it.
Void.
I trust you.
I think I read Vu and said void. So,
all right. So we need to select things that are going to be relevant here.
Why has Heimdal got such low health? What happened to you?
he doesn't. That's just he masquerades as having low health all the time.
Yeah. So
He's an illusionist.
so that no one will ask him to fight.
Yeah. How do I?
How do we roll in Foundry?
So what I did is you got to, I went to initiative and click on initiative next to armor class in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you can either roll from D&D Beyond, or if you double-click yourself, you pull up your character sheet, and you can roll from your character sheet.
This is.
It's been 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
We haven't actually done any rolling in this. We've just been running around.
Yeah, true.
Armor class. I see armor class. Oh, initiative. Here we go.
I can't click it.
So my modifier, I can click on my modifier.
I can add a modifier, but I can't click initiative to roll. Can you, Steve?
No, I'm just going to add a plus 20 to my modifier, and then.
If I begin combat, can you do it now?
Exit it.
Oh yeah.
Why is it
Makes
not?
it
Even I can't click it on yours. That is so bizarre. I
bizarre?
can roll everyone's initiative at once. I just would rather you to have that kind of control.
I'm just gonna roll one of my stats that has a +3, and that's none of them. I'm gonna roll one that has a +2 and add 1.
Hey.
All right.
Mine knocked to a 17. Yours totally hit my die. Does that count?
No. So
I like the physics though.
Oh Jesus.
14.
Okay, that comes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
there's a lot of things in this room. I probably didn't need to animate all these dice rolls, but we're here now.
We didn't see him.
Oh yeah, but it does it one at a time for me. All right,
okay.
So, Barnaby, what was your initiative?
14.
Han
10.
and Heimdal.
4.
All right.
So that's for all the little things buzzing around this troll, correct?
A lot of them are, yeah.
So when stuff happens outside of your move, can you talk to your friends and say, kind of like cue stuff up? Or do you have to wait for your turn before you can tell them?
It's up for debate. I mean, you couldn't have a long, tactical conversation for sure.
Okay. So I'm just gonna throw out there when I see all these little minions. I'm just gonna throw out there to guys. I can, if they're all kind of together, I can sleep them. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Because assuming they've got low health, I should just be able to put them all to sleep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. One of the is this a guy or a girl? Oh, it's a guy. It's just a very elfy guy. You see, he sort of stands up from his table, flicks out a couple of knives out of his from a belt, sort of sashed over him, and sort of throws them out. And let's see what he. And one of the sturges is sort of clipped straight through by one of the daggers, and falls back into the hole. One of the sturges flies at him and goes to fucking feed. Oh, that's pretty good. Cool. All right. He's not stoked about that. He's got this sort of. Did I show you what these creatures look like?
Mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Demonic bat-esque.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
What size are they?
They're about the size of bats.
Are we talking fruit bat? Or no, never mind.
One of them starts making a beeline for you, Barnaby. You can smell that sweet blood.
It is sweet.
17, I assume, does not hit your AC.
Oh man, 17 hits.
All right. So you take 7 piercing damage as this thing sort of latches onto you and starts suckling at you.
Fuck these little guys. That hurt.
The troll, sort of that's clambered up now, roaring, starts sort of turning over tables and trying to sort of brush these things off. You notice it looks somewhat sickly, though it does seem to be regenerating. It's going to run over. Who's it looking at? Probably one of these guys. And sort of tries to rake its big claws into this this patron who was just trying to hang out, have a quiet drink. Didn't want none of this nonsense. We got this. Another sturge. Where are you? That one. Okay. It's going to fly at you, Heimdal.
Bring it on.
And it's going to try and bite you.
Good luck. I'm a nimble little target.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
So that's 5 piercing damage as it also suckers onto you.
All right.
The guy who's sort of just been hit by the troll, you see him sort of struggling to get a longsword out as he sort of topples over off his chair. He's equipped to bear, but he can't seem to make it happen. He's somewhat surprised and maybe reluctant to let go of his drink. He's trying to pull his sword out of its scabbard while still drinking, as to not waste a drop.
He's my type of man.
And he's going to get attacked by one of these Sturges as well, but he's fine. You can't seem to get onto him. Barnaby.
Right, Barnaby, hearing Heimdal's clever plan, is going to cast sleep.
Don't mind
No, I'm not. Don't worry. You do you, bro. You're cool. Barnaby's going to cast sleep kind of in this section, so it should hit. Can you guys see my ruler?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So it should hit all these three. It's a 20-foot radius.
So you can
It'll hit
also
everything.
there is a measurement control on the top left on your control bar. So there's the little basic controls with the person. Below that, there's a measurement controls. You can actually create a circle of 20 feet.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Apologies for swearing. I'm just very excited by that.
No worries.
Look at that. What's that? Oh,
How'd you
jeez,
do
I keep making. Now I'm just making circles, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
And how do I get rid of my circles?
So on that measurement tool, you notice they'll be putting a little starburst thing in the area, so you can click that till it's highlighted and then delete.
Ah, beautiful.
Now I'm terrible at geometry. So is the radius from the center, or is radius at point to point?
Radius from the center.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's 40.
So it's 40 across. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
20 feet.
So where you start that measurement tool, it'll be in the middle. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm doing this at second, I'm just going to do it at second level.
Out of curiosity, can you get the one that's near you as well?
It's kind of like latched on him. It's like on his flesh.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could.
Yeah, okay.
My mouse is playing up tonight. What's going on, mouse? Come on. I might go get my actual mouse at the break rather than using the pad. Yep, 5d8. Okay, so gonna roll 5d8 here. Don't mind me. Just gonna try to figure out how to do this. It couldn't be easier. Figuring out sleep. There it is.
Does anyone else keep a bucket next to their computer just in case they need a pee?
What?
No,
No.
on the weekend maybe, but come on, it's a Tuesday night.
Cool. So
Jeez,
19.
it's not very good.
So
Still.
this
5d8.
one.
You'll be surprised.
Oh god, maths. Jeez.
How much health do they have?
They have different health because I'm sadistic.
So it does start in ascending order. So the creature with the
Lowest health.
lowest hit points is affected.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a possum in front of me.
Lucky.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these Sturges, including the one that's sort of attached to this gentleman, sort of you see them float down and sort of flap to the floor, where they still look incredibly hideous, not cute at all, but
Two of them fall down into the well.
yes.
So
Yeah, I
into the yawning portal.
Yep.
Beautiful. And let me see if I have any bonus actions so I can swat at a mosquito. I don't think I do without burning a piece of equipment or a spell slot or anything. So, yeah, I'm just going to using a bonus action to curse at this mosquito and say, man, this is why I hate summer.
Bring me back. I mean, this is the first day of spring, and already we've got fucking mosquitoes.
Exactly right. I will leave its path though and get behind the bar.
Cool. All right, it comes with you because it is attached.
Of course it is.
Huh?
All right, Han's gonna. I might as well measure it. Yeah, heaps easy. So you're gonna go. It's 30 feet far. How do I move my character?
So when you've
we go.
got the character selection, you can hold Control and left click to
So
measure out.
yeah,
And then you let go of
if I
Control.
wanted to just hop over the bar, is that a?
No, that's just I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop over the bar and get. Well, let me just measure it. 30 feet. 35 feet. Sorry.
Wrong measurement.
Everything in this circle is dead.
So
I'm just gonna move myself here. Is that all right?
yeah. Well, actually, as you sort of like go to hop over and climb over the bar, Dernan shoves you back and says, "Patrons on that side."
Okay. All right.
Or employees only.
Employees only. I'm gonna run.
So you probably get to like you probably get
there.
To there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And then I'm gonna use aim my Eldritch Blast at the troll to try and knock him back down through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
So
now it's not really a portal; it's just a hole in the ground. But yes,
a hole in the ground. But knock
the
him
Yawning
back
portal.
through because I understand that it's like
sure.
5 stories.
Yeah, or more.
4
Who
stories?
knows? I mean, someone knows.
No, didn't we see it last time?
What do you mean?
I think you did say it was.
Oh, did I say it was
120 feet or something?
Oh yeah. 40 feet in diameter, descends 140 feet down.
So 17.
17 hits.
Cool. 8 force damage.
And 10 feet back?
Yeah.
Do it.
And then he gets go for another one. 24 to hit.
Yep.
And then he gets pushed back again.
Cool. How much damage? 5 damage. All right. So he gets pushed back. Let's see if he can grab on. So he goes off the edge, but is able to like hold on to the lip of this thing.
Dan, I might cutting words him.
If you like.
Without giving anything away, should I? I guess that's hard to not give anything away there, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Cool.
So that's disadvantage, right?
No,
I
reduces his check by a certain amount. So you've got to roll one of your bardic inspiration dice.
Cutting words. Oh God, that's not going to cut it. I don't reckon. 2.
2. So what do you yell?
I yell. Enjoy your trip. See you next fall.
Yeah, maybe because the troll doesn't quite understand it. He sort of. You see him sort of let go of one arm, but he's still holding with the other, and seems to be holding himself fine. He looks like a very strong boy, though he has had quite the blood drained out of him. Anything else? I think that's your sort of main action, though, isn't it, Han?
Yeah.
3 strings is going to run up to you, Barnaby, and with his dagger try and pull this thing off you.
Yeah.
See, he's pretty legit. He's just gonna try and fucking stab this thing and lever it off you. Yeah, what a hero.
Thanks, mate.
Really seems to be better than Barnaby in almost every way. Which Barnaby inherently dislikes him now.
Yeah, so he, you see him careful as the troll came up. Sort of, he carefully put his loot down in it, like on the table in its case, and then as you get this bloodsucker on you, he sort of leaps across the room, deftly pulls out a dagger, and stabs this thing into your shoulder. All the while, potentially looking like he's coming for you, because he's just pulled out a dagger and leapt at you. But then it sinks into the sturge no further, and he sort of levers it off, and it falls onto the floor. And he kind of gives you a nod.
I nod back and say, "You should stick to your 3 strings there, mate."
The half-orc lady who had the crap kicked out of her.
And we helped. I helped.
And remind me again what you did.
I stepped in and at the times of her hits threw out some thunderous thunderclaps or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, thunderclap.
But you did it in a way so that it made it sound like her hits just had more sound, right? Like the whole
Massive.
The whole point was so that no one knew you were doing it.
Well, she definitely knew.
Okay.
Someone was doing it.
Yeah.
Someone was helping.
She's sort of like obviously beaten and bloodied on the floor, sort of kneels up on one leg, reaches out, grabs what looks to be a gigantic crossbow, and levels it at this creature. Boom. Okay, cool. And thunk, the bolt sort of smashes into the troll's shoulder. This guy is asleep. This guy, Heimdal.
All right.
Barnaby just stole your girl.
Yeah, that's all right. It's okay. So I'm going to all nimbly bimbly jump onto one of these tables. And then I'm going to just use my little cantrip. How do I move? Yeah. All right. And then I'm just going to light. Okay, so the troll is currently hanging on, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to light a fire on his hand, a bonfire.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Very good. On one hand, yes.
You roll
So-
the bonfire damage for me.
Dexterity of 16 or more for a save.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Bonfire damage.
He's not very dexterous.
Especially not when he's hanging off the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Thing. Man. I'm just going to do it in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
If you've got the if you've enabled the connection add-ons and stuff, it'll you'll be able to roll in D&D Beyond. It'll come in here.
I got a 7. I got a 1 and a 6. Don't
7
know why I
damage.
got a 1. Oh, maybe it's 2d6. Yep, 7 damage.
Cool. You smell the smell of cooking troll flesh, and he roars out. Still holding on though, as obviously this is it's either pain or death. But you notice that now that he's sort of been hit by fire, you notice that the parts of him that were regenerating stop.
Doesn't like fire, does he?
That was super effective.
Does that make
Critical
crits?
hit.
Critical hit.
This guy's deal. All right. Oh yeah, cool. So this guy's gonna run up and pull. He sort of charges over with a battle axe and brings it down on the troll's wrist. And the troll has to try and make saving throw with disadvantage. Yeah. So it's obviously only got like one hand, on like sort of holding it up. We established, and you sort of lit a fire under this hand, sort of a bonfire on the side of this pit, a magical bonfire. And this guy, seeing what you've done, seeing the troll hanging on, leaps up with his battle axe, runs over and cuts the troll's wrist, and starts hacking into it. Let's see. It's a pretty mighty swing, but it doesn't seem to fully disconnect, disarm, if you will, the troll.
I like it.
But he's getting in there. This guy over here just starts sort of flailing around, rips off the scourge in his hands that's sort of like stuck to him, and tries to hurl it over towards the troll. It sort of having been buffeted away, is going to come after you, Heimdal.
Yep.
But it misses critically. I
was ready for that one.
You swat him away easily. All right, the troll does not regenerate, but it is going to climb back up out of the pit here. I'm trying to think. It saw you do the fire, so yeah, it's coming after you. But it's going to take some attacks of opportunity, which is always fun.
Does it not spend its like...
half its move, I would say. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It can't get to you.
Yeah.
And
it starts its turn in my bonfire.
Oh, that's true. So do you want to roll that damage again?
It is 8 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thing's not looking great. So it climbs itself out of the pit, and seeing you, it's very angry at you. Can't. How dumb is this thing? How dumb are trolls?
They're not very clever.
Definitely not known for their intelligence.
No.
Okay.
They're known for underestimating hobbits as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, he'll attack the guys up in his grill then, with some bites and some claws. Sinking its claw into the guy in front, the guy with the battle axe, but unable to sort of get a bite in. Can't quite do a bite. And this guy came over with you because he was attached to you. I need you to take 4 points of damage.
Oh, is it his turn already?
No, it's the scourge. He's attached to you, yeah.
Yeah, and it was his turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the troll did his turn, and then the scourge, that's all he's doing now. He doesn't need to make attack rolls. He's just sucking blood.
Yep, all right.
He's having a grand old time.
Mm-hmm. None of these are the guys I put to sleep that didn't fall down the...
Nah, the other guy.
No? Correct. No. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use harsh rebuke if it hurt me? Or is that only against attack roll?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a reaction. Yeah, response to taking damage.
Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Looks like incredible fire damage.
Yeah, just as it, my hellish rebuke just vaporizes.
The Han gets bitten by a mosquito, and he literally brings out fires from hell to destroy it.
The perfect mosquito coil, or the perfect is it like a bug zapper? The thing just like just fucking goes up in smoke.
I think everyone else is like, note to Han, note to self: do not put Han near mosquitoes. Like that is.
These guys are attacking at the troll. Cool, Barnaby.
Yeah, cool. Barnaby is going to. I don't know how to get rid of that circle, and then I tried to get rid of it and created a second circle.
Yeah, I'll get rid of these.
So Barnaby is going to run up 30 feet to there. To old Trolley Troll. And he is going to, for the first time, activate his Sunleaf armor.
Now remind everyone what that does.
The Sunleaf armor it was created by the Sun Elves. They use leaves of the Sun Tree to create radiant armor. So it can be used as an ability, as a reaction to blast radiant energy, and it uses the Burning Hand spell to do so. So 3d6.
So to activate it, may I ask? Like, is it something you just have on you all the time, or do you have to?
Yeah, it's on me, but
I hate to burst your bubble, Barnaby, because I love this, but it says when you're hit by a melee attack, you can expend a charge to cast Burning Hands. So that's why it's a reaction.
Ah, nuts.
So you run up and like, come on and hit me.
Yeah.
You could try and provoke an attack of opportunity if you really want to try and make this thing pop off.
Well, I mean, if I run past him, he gets an attack of opportunity, doesn't he?
Sure, I think we could say that you run up and you could allow yourself to take an attack of opportunity, by looking weak and easily attacked, leaving yourself open.
Am I still going to receive damage, or does the bonus action prevent damage from being received?
No, it's a reaction, so it's a reacting to getting hit.
Could he do it at advantage because he's intentionally provoking it? It's not coming as a.
I'm still going to take damage, aren't I?
Yeah, because you have to be hit by an attack to kind of. It's sort of like the Black Panther armor, but like with radiant fire. Like hits kind of charge it up, and then it unleashes.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's good. So I've got vibranium shoulder pads.
Kind of, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Kind of forever.
Yeah, that was a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So young.
Instead, then I will pull out my rapier, and so Barnaby runs up and he's like, "Come on!" and nothing happens. He's like, "Ah, fuck!" So he just pulls out his rapier and goes to stab an old mate. And
Get a weapons damage. Don't see enough weapons damage in this.
no, well, not with 3 spellcasters. It's not going to be too much of that. Where are you? Rapier?
Did we not put weapons on Barnaby? Does he even have any weapons?
He does. He's got his rapier, his dagger, and his link dagger. But I'll just do it on old mate. D&D Beyond.
I just added a rapier to your inventory.
Oh, cool. All right.
Should be in the inventory tab now.
So it is.
Yeah, especially for homebrew items like the Sunleaf armor and the Noctis Blink dagger, it's easier for me to store that stuff in D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
because it can do all the like little things where it ties into your spell casting and all that kind of stuff a little bit easier. I hear your mouse giving you jip. Was that you?
What's going on?
That was me, sorry. I've got so many notepads and shit on my desk that only have like a really small place for my mouse to work.
So you've rolled the damage. Can you roll me the hit?
The damage. All right, I'm trying.
So when you mouse over the rapier, to the left will be like a little dice symbol in your inventory. and when you click it, it should roll like that. Neither of those are going to hit. I think I rolled one of them for you. So you whatto and kind of run up, and despite it being on fire and hating life, your rapier kind of just sinks into its flesh and doesn't really appear to do any damage.
Having some bad rolls tonight, guys. Having some real bad rolls tonight.
It's all right. It's a good time to have bad rolls when we've got a tavern full of people to help us.
And hey, look, maybe if this troll hits me now, then we're all good.
Sorry, did I murder this one here?
Yes, yeah, you did. Sorry. And it's your turn.
It's Han's turn, is it?
It's Han's turn.
Oh, you beaut. Hellish rebuke. All right.
I'll tell you right now, 28 fire damage was probably just a little bit of overkill for one of these.
Overkill on that one. All right. Well, I'm going. Oh, I don't have any other fire damage spells, so I might do. I might just do Eldritch Blast off some of this. I'll do the closest one. So, wait, which one's not attached to somebody? Because I don't want to shoot it at.
These ones are all asleep on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Except for this one. This one's trying to attack Heimdal.
Well, okay. I'm gonna trying to or is attached.
Trying to.
Attached.
Okay.
Oh, no, it missed you. It missed you last time.
Well, then what's the one that's attached to me?
Didn't it get a critical miss?
No, the other guy.
One
of them got a critical miss on me.
Yeah, I think the one hit me.
Yeah, one hit you. The one in front of you, Steve, tried to latch onto you and couldn't. It failed. You swatted it away.
I've taken 10 damage. I've taken 9 damage. Because I had one attached to me, and when I moved over here, it came with me.
Right.
I don't think one was attached to me, to be honest.
Oh, it was attached to Heimdal instead. Okay. Well,
yes, but
we're recanoning that now. It's attached.
Yes.
Well, fine. It's attached to you, Steve.
Yeah, there was definitely one attached to me because it just automatically did 4 damage after the troll's attack. It did damage on me.
Right. I thought it was attached to Han and did that to Han, but whatever. We're all,
Okay.
It's hard to tell what these bats are.
We're all friends here. Okay, so I'm going to do one Eldritch Blast at each one of these in turn. So one at one at the other.
So this one's unconscious on the ground?
Yeah, so it's advantage.
Sure.
Doesn't need it?
Nope. I don't think there's any way you can do less than 2 damage, so it is exploded. And the second one on Heimdal. 18 will definitely hit. And what does that look like as you force explode the one on Heimdal?
So Heimdal, is it? So this one's is it on him? This one?
It was, yeah.
It was okay, yeah. So it's latched onto his Heimdal's neck, and as Heimdal goes to reach for it, he just feels a wave of heat flash below his neck, and he's sprayed with a mixture of his own blood, other people's blood, and the entrails of a mosquito on his face. And all he can hear is a subtle sizzling of charred insect flesh and the smell of burning protein and burnt hair.
And cooked troll blood as well.
And
I think it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Rancid.
Old 3 Strings, your favorite friend, jumps back up onto the table, and where he'd put his loot down in a case before. Barnaby, you're able to kind of look over just in time to see him kick something in the back of his loot case, and the loot is sprung up as if on some kind of mechanism, and he grabs it in midair and starts fucking shredding as the battle rages.
Nice. Barnaby respects that. That's cool. That's theatre, and
the half-orc lady is going to reload and fire her crossbow. Doing
Ooh, nice.
10 damage.
Oh, that was 10. Sorry, I was like 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's this one? That's dead. Heimdal.
All right.
So I think all the mosquitoes are dead.
Yeah, cool. Well, I guess. Can I enhance my fire, my bonfire? I know I'm already concentrating on it because it's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
But can I just like concentrate harder?
Not really, because it's only. I mean, it's a cantrip level of magical power. I don't think there's a way to boost it, to juice it, without spending spell slots like you would cast Burning Hands or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But you know it's there, and you know it's doing good work, especially from what maybe you know this about trolls, maybe you don't. I mean, Heimdall's been around.
I feel like they don't like fire. They're pretty against fire.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I got massive pluses, so I got an 11.
Yeah, they definitely don't like fire. You've heard
like
you remember stories of like if you kill a troll, you got to burn the body for sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just leave that there, and I'll use a Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw now.
Yeah, he's not amazing at that.
Awfully wise. Oh, 11 damage.
No, it's a saving throw. So he got a 15.
Yeah, and he needed to get a 16.
Oh, there you go.
And I did 11 damage.
Cool. All right. 11 damage. I can't see your rolls. Are you just rolling within D&D Beyond?
I'm just saying, I got a 2 and a 9.
Yeah, that's cool. See if you can connect. Oh, have you got the extension to connect the two? The Beyond 20?
Yeah, I thought I had it, but I'll do it in between.
Yeah, that's cool. This troll is not looking good. It's sort of clutching at its head with its burnt hand, and it's not super loving life. This guy, this soldier boy. He's a dwarf. Awesome, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's your Toll the Dead.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. Comes through as FL Steve. Maybe you need your token selected. That's all good.
That's what I log in as.
Yeah, but if you have your token selected, so you see from your point of view.
I double clicked it.
Yeah.
To get into it.
That's cool. All right. Maybe I'll change the usernames to be character names. Do that later. He's gonna battle axe. It's not great though. And the troll. Do you want to roll some fire damage for this troll standing on your bonfire?
Oh yeah. Create bonfire. A little 2.
So how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
So I concentrate really hard, okay, and it gets bigger.
Yeah.
It might only happen once.
Yeah.
But like,
don't worry, you'll be talking about it for 10 years.
And I'll keep trying it probably.
I swear, baby, it can get bigger.
I swear, yeah. This is my final form.
You just gotta let me concentrate.
Yeah. And it goes from like just it's a bonfire.
Mm-hmm. So it goes from sort of just a small, almost like a campfire-esque, and then you sort of concentrate willing energy into it, and it flares up as if someone's thrown fuel on the fire.
Definitely fuel on the fire, and it covers the damn thing massively.
There's this sort of massive troll goes up in flame. You see its skin sort of melting and bubbling off, and it starts falling back and tries to reach out and grab you, Barnaby.
Oh no!
Give me a dex save.
Or could I give you a reaction
Sure.
in Sunleaf armor, which ignites his hand into flames as he goes to grab me?
So as he grabs you, sort of like grabs you on the collar to try and use you as a stability. Obviously, you're not even you're not heavy enough to sort of prevent him falling back. And just the touch of his skin onto your clothes lights up this thing, and sort of this beam of light lances out. This sort of radiant light lances out, further burning his flesh and pushing him back. And he goes tumbling. You see actually the light descending down, illuminating the yawning portal as it sort of goes down. And after a minute or two, you hear like some sort of thunk.
Jesus, that's a long drop.
Minute or two. Jane, you like science? Like, what's that?
I'll do the math.
Yeah, what is
velocities? 288 kilometers an hour or something like that. His terminal velocity.
Yeah.
So
he has to reach terminal velocity before he.
Don't worry. Oh no, wait. Roughly 2.8 seconds, apparently, according to Quora. If an object is dropped from 120 feet, assuming that there's no air resistance, how long does it take to reach the ground? It's no more than like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's a minute, we've got a deep hole.
It's okay. So after a moment or two,
That's actually why I ran to the edge. I want to see, you know how when you drop like a fire down a well to see how long it goes down for?
Apparently the speed, acceleration due to gravity is 32 feet per second. Okay, yeah.
Acceleration.
Yeah, 3.2 meters per second. But then you've got air resistance against that.
Yeah,
which I
and maybe
assume
if it bounces off a wall. Sure. So maybe we're talking like 3 or 4 seconds. 2 or 3 seconds. All right.
Oh, cool.
That was awesome.
You see, like, Bonnie comes out from behind the bar. She's got a broom, and she's sort of like sweeping up the corpses of the Sturges, and sort of like puts them in a like a little hand dustbin thing, and like just throws them into the yawning hole in the middle of the tavern. And when she gets over to like where you made the bonfire, and she sees like there's a small, like just a barely noticeable scorch mark on the side of the of the stone and the wood, and she kind of just like looks at you and like sort of harumps. And she says, well,
you're welcome.
Yeah, I will be once you clean this up. You've scorched the rock. What are people going to think if they come here and see this ramshackle of a place now because you burnt the side of the yawning portal? Go grab a bucket.
Sure. Where's the bucket?
So I'm gonna behind her back while she's having a go at Heimdal, cast minor illusion and make it look brand spanking new, and then
nice.
and I'll point to it and go, huh? It's already clean, huh?
Yeah, and she does a like fine and like turns her nose up and kind of walks away to go serve some patrons.
Cool.
Oh.
I have to pay attention. I have to hold my concentration on this, otherwise it will go away.
Brilliant.
Thank you. I give you a big wink.
Cool. So
I walk up to Durnham and say, "Is that a regular occurrence here, or is that kind of a bit of an anomaly?"
Let's move this dead sturge off you there. He says, he sort of shrugs and goes back to sort of pouring beers and says, well, I mean, all sorts come out of there. Sort of fame and fortune to be won. I thank you for doing your part there and not just watching, trying to protect your own skin, like some of these layabouts, and sort of he kind of looks around, gesturing at the rest of the bar.
He charges people to go down there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can persuade him to allow us the opportunity to go down there for free, given that we helped him out with
Saved his tavern.
the ne'er-do-wells that came out. Well, you can repay us by if you let us down there free of charge, we'll consider it even.
In and out.
Yeah, he says. He's sort of considering. You see him sort of weighing that up, and he's like, "Well, yeah, sure. I thought you boys wouldn't be the kind to be able to handle yourselves down there, and but obviously you lads seem like you're well equipped, and you have done a bit of a service, keeping the blood to a minimum. So I thank you for that. And he sort of nods over behind you three and says, well, looks like you guys, you boys might have a bit of a fan club forming.
Oh. I look over to Barnaby and go, if we've got a fan, may as well put on a show.
I turn around and say, please, who do I look like? Coldplay? Coldplay being obviously the bard thousands of years ago who died playing a show naked. He died because he was so cold. And I'm not going to just play for anyone. I turn around and say, who are you, and state your business.
You turn around and one woman, there's a woman standing there, a young woman standing there. I
notice that and say, who are you, and state your age.
She slaps you and says, where the fuck have you been? And then, like, you can see her, she says, where's Saudade? Where's Keg? Where are the lads? Who's this? And she sort of just points at Heimdal.
And I look at her. I actually, like Avatar. Like, I see you look at her, and I say, Mara, is that you?
She says, yes. What are you? Of course, it's me. What are you doing in Waterdeep? Why? What happened at the pyramid? Where are the lads? What happened to the car? Like, you didn't come back.
Mara, in however many years it takes for you to see me next, please remind me that you're going to slap me when you first see me. That might sound confusing to you, but trust me, it's going to save me a lot of pain. Do we have a lot to tell you. Dernan, can we get around over here? And I walk Mara to the table where we sit down and tell her the story.
Is that a short rest?
How much is the round? I'll pay for the round.
As Heimdal says that, the half orc sort of stays his hand, and is like, between sort of deep breaths, she's sort of barely held together, and sort of points at Dernan and gives the thumb to herself. She's like, it's on me.
Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So noticed you got beat up by some dudes back there. What was that about?
Bit of a misunderstanding. He's an idiot, and he didn't know it. So I had to tell him. Also, they've been getting on turf that doesn't belong to them. And he's just so ugly. I just had to punch him in his ugly face. didn't think his boys he'd be so human as to need his boys to back him up. I thought I was fighting an orc there, but guess I was wrong. And she sort of takes a drink.
Very much liked your use of a crossbow back there. Skipping the pleasantries, we're going down that hole. Are you keen on anything down there?
She looks over to the hole, looks back at you, and she's like, "Not down there, no. No, I'm good up here, thanks. Well, if you're headed down there, I guess, well, good luck to you, and if you make it back alive, come look me up."
Okay. Any pointers? What do you know? Anything that
Um,
could be of use for someone who doesn't know anything about what they're getting into. For example, that troll looked really sick when he came up, and there could be a way around that.
Yeah. Well, I guess like having the blood sucked out of you by sturges will kind of do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say whether the city itself is more dangerous than down there. It's probably just a different kind of danger. And she sort of grins, blood somewhat coming out of her mouth. And she extends her hand to you and says, well, good luck to you. I'm Yagra.
Yagra, I'm Heimdal. Thank you very much. We won't be too long.
Okay. And she sort of drinks her drink and then sort of shakily kind of stumbles out.
Durin, while you're here, just any pointers for down in the hole? Like anything we should avoid? Or any provisions we might find useful down there?
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to go in with some supplies. I recommend rope,
HP.
health, yeah, potions if you got them, any kind of, powerful magic, rations. I mean, you could be down there for days, weeks, years. And while he sort of gives a bit of a primer to Heimdal about, he starts telling you one of his old stories about how he killed 1,000 skeletons down there once or something. We sort of look over to Mara and Barnaby and Han, and Mara's sort of slightly less angry now, somewhat intrigued.
Yeah, I say, Mara, we defeated it, and then we all wound up in different points in time and space, and then you showed up in the TARDIS, and we were told to find you, but that's why we're here. So I'm really fortunate that you're here as well. Barnaby says as he tries to buy some time while he gets up his OneNote. For we're seeking a figure that is wealthy beyond imagine, a holy symbol, a sword of sunlight, and a guiding ally, and that's you. You're the guiding ally. So now we've found you. We just need to find the sword, a holy symbol, and a figure that is wealthy beyond imagine. Any idea where we may find these? Considering you're the guide.
Right. And you say you came here in a magical time thing.
Time and relative dimension in space, yes.
She says, and I sent you here.
Correct, yes. You were older, you were more mature.
And she goes, yeah. Fuck yeah, I knew I could do it. Screw you, Hermione. Okay. So I take over the time box. Like Okay, awesome.
Well, actually, I think you stole it.
Even better. Okay, fuck her. All right.
Mara,
Sweet.
I would be remiss if I didn't say to you, given who your father is, that stealing is wrong. And he's disappointed knowing that.
He stole me from some hobgoblins. It runs
Saved
in the
you.
family.
I was there. We saved you. You don't know what those hobgoblins would have done to you, Mara.
She says, okay, well, that's something to put, I guess that's something to tick off the list of things to do, I guess. Am I allowed to tick things off that I haven't done yet, that I'm going to do? I guess maybe this is why she said I wasn't ready. Okay, well, I got stuff going on right now.
I need you to drop that, Mara. And keep in mind that you can time travel. You can always just come back to this point and do your other stuff. Right now we really, really need your help, because otherwise I've just got this really sinking feeling in my gut that your father's done something gravely stupid, like involving his soul and selling it. Or so I don't know. I don't know the specifics, but I just feel like without us, he's in trouble.
She says, okay, but I'm sure nothing bad would happen to him. No, like Bird Person wouldn't let anything bad happen to him. And well, Keg's a 50-50.
Your father's a free spirit. No one can really stop him once he sets his mind on something. The only thing that can stop him is brute force or magic. And right now, all they've got is brute force.
She says, well, I can't leave right now. So if you want me to be your guide, you're gonna have to help me out.
What do you need from us?
I have a friend, and she kind of blushes a little bit. So I think he's gone missing. He's kind of like you, Barnaby. He's more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple of nights ago. Maybe kidnapped, maybe worse. Look, I've got a bit of money. Like if you can track him down for me, maybe like I can. I don't have much, but I can give you sort of 10 dragons each. Maybe even 10 times that. You said you were looking for a great wealth. I've been on the trail of something, but I don't really want to talk about it here.
Mara, out of respect for your father, we'll take your money. And help you find your friend. Well, let me chat with my lads. Lads, you're happy to help Mara, and then we'll.
So not going down the hole. We're gonna go find her love.
What do you guys think?
When you say love, she kind of snaps back. She's like, "He's not my love, okay? He's a friend. He's a guy friend."
So I turn back to the others
We're
and
not
say,
putting labels on it.
This confuses and infuriates me.
Han likes labels.
Han uses hellish rebuke. No. No. Yep. Okay. So Han's partial just for ignoring Mara's help in heading down there and instead just going it alone. The prospect of looking for people on for other people doesn't sound very attractive. He just wants to he likes the darkness more than he does relationships. So
Heimdal, what are your thoughts?
We kind of got sidetracked by this hole.
That's true.
Well, for every time that's happened, am I right, Heimdal?
I'd say up top, but
Yeah, you're up top. I'm down low. No, I'm up. Yeah.
Very well done.
Yeah. So I'd say I'll stick with you. I'm not going. Well, if you want to go help out Mara, who you seem to have much history and affection for, I'm down with that.
Okay.
It's a tough one, I guess, Mara, because as you know, the fancy lads, a giant gaping hole where evil literally spews forth is pretty damn attractive to us. But then again, you're kind of a goddaughter to us. So,
and
perhaps,
she says,
yeah,
she says to you, yeah, and think about it. One day I'm going to be the mistress of time and space. So, if you help me out, I could bring you back here.
Could.
Technically, you already did, and that's why we're here.
Also a good point. Jeez.
But so Han asks Mara, is there a rush to find your not boyfriend? Is there any time constraint? Well, anything that makes you believe that there might be a time constraint on this? Is it something we can do after we investigate the dark black hole?
Well, I'm more concerned. Well, the dark black hole's still gonna be there tomorrow. I don't know if my friend is dead.
Okay.
Fucking fine. We'll find him then.
Yep.
Jeez, but as soon as we're done with that, you're guiding us down this dark hole, fucking mystical guide that you're meant to be.
So I ask her, all right, where did you last see him? What makes you think he's in trouble?
She says, well, we were out on the town the other night. We went out for drinks. We ended up at a place called the Skewered Dragon. We were drinking.
We were totally told to go there.
What was
Just
that?
Side note. We were totally told to go there before.
So we were there drinking, doing shots, karaoke, gambling, and then I left, and that's the last time I saw him. So I mean, it's I guess kind of the equivalent of like a bikie bar. It was a pretty rough place, so I'm a little worried that he hasn't shown up. He hasn't been in contact. I thought maybe he just, he had a big night, stayed out on the piss. He obviously didn't grow up in a tavern like I did, so he can't sink it like I do. So I just thought, he'd have to sleep off a hangover. Whereas, Uncle Keg's favorite saying, "What's a hangover?" And so I just kind of went about my day, and I haven't seen him. We were meant to catch up for coffee and get some smashed avo, but he never turned up. That's unlike him.
Mara, I do need to tell you, stop buying smashed avo, or you will never be able to afford a property in this market. Okay.
Well, I already own. Well, I mean, I kind of still own the farm back in Winterhaven, and Worm and I kind of just took over the pub when you guys left. So,
wow, you've done quite well for yourself.
So all right, let's go to this dragon pub. Can you direct us to the dragon pub? Give us the directions there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
So do we agree that we just leave the tavern and go straight to the dragon tavern?
We say to Durin before we go, Durin, we're gonna be back, and that offer to go down for free still stands, right?
He looks over at you and kind of shrugs and is like, "Sure."
Hey. And before we leave, I go up to Matrim 3 Strings and say, "Dude, that trick where you pull out, you kick your case, and your loot flies into your hands. How did you do that?"
He sort of looks around craftily, and then you see it kind of like that kind of guile vanish from his face, and he says, well, it's just a spring-loaded catch, see, and if I tap this bit, and he sort of, without the loot in it, kind of kicks it lightly into the side of his loot case, it sort of seems to hit a like a button, which like triggers a little spring to like launch it up, and he says, "Oh, it's not too hard once you get to work it out. I'm sure you could do it too."
Matrim, you have let me down so badly today. I
You
fear I
never
will
ask a
never
magician
recover.
to show his tricks. Alrighty.
You know what, buddy? You keep being you. All right.
Shall we go to
Well,
the dragon?
we should probably get this bloke's name, shouldn't we? From Mara.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. Who are we looking for?
what does he look like? Anything else that we should
Are
know?
you gonna come with us, or are you just gonna hang here?
Well, look, I kind of rocked the house with my amazing singing. I don't think they want to see me around there anytime soon. I'll tell you what. You tell me again what it is you're looking, or what I told you to look for, or what you're looking for with the money and all that kind of stuff. I'll go see if I can find something useful, because there's obviously a reason why I sent you to find me. If I'm going to be a guide, I'm going to maybe need to do some research and work out what it is I'm meant to be guiding you towards.
So this is what I remember. We need to seek a figure that is wealthy beyond imagine, that has no need or want of the wealth. We need to figure out what they do want in order to part with a great sum of... That can't be right. I've written goals. Oh, God. Well, it must be just a great sum of their coin. I must have had goal-orientated things on my mind that day. So that's what we need. So there's a wealthy figure beyond imagine that has no need or want of it, and they do want something that we can provide to them in order for them to part with a great treasure.
Okay.
So if you can investigate that, we'll go get what's his name?
So his name is Flung Blagmar.
I'm disappointed with you. Why couldn't you find a John? You know.
She sort of blushes and she's like, "Because I'm not a seamstress."
Ooh. Nice. Barnaby's got nothing for that. That's great. You never were. I mean, Flume, you say Flume.
Flun, Foon. She says he's got sort of darkish hair, bit of like a noble ponytail thing going on. Usually quite well dressed, dumb as a bag of rocks. Really handsome. And really sweet, if kind of, not... He's just not super savvy.
Fair. What was his second name? Floon who?
Blagmar.
Okay. So we're looking for a handsome, dumb old Floon.
All right. Shall we, my friends?
Before you guys run out, I quickly dart over to Duran and be like, "Hey, we're just about to boot. Could I grab old Barnaby's dagger of teleportation? Por favor." I mean, just dagger that you left behind the bar.
He sort of nods, shrugs, and kind of pulls it out and puts it on the bar for you.
Cool.
Cheers, bro. Catch you later.
All right. Do we just make our way straight there? Dan, do we get interrupted on our walk to the Dragon Bar?
I guess we better... let's find out.
Heimdal, are you going to hold on to that dagger?
No, so this is what I normally do. If someone leaves their phone on the table or something, I'll grab it and walk off with them and wait for them to go, "Oh, fuck, I left my phone." And they'll be like, "Here you go, buddy. I got that.
So how far into the walk is it before Barnaby realizes he left
I
his dagger?
don't know. I mean, eventually, I'd get sick of just carrying it and be like, "Here you go, buddy. You left this behind."
Man.
No way. So,
Jeez, you're fucking. What would I do without you? You're great.
Cool. So do you just set off straight away, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I make a beeline straight to the dragon.
I follow Han. We go straight there to the Skewered Dragon.
Let us go to... Where's my...
But before we enter, and we have a fancy huddle where I use my incredible theatre and acting chops to say to the lads, we need to be inspired by the mind of Mark Chopper Reed when we go into this bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are brutal. We are fearless. We might be missing an ear, but who will they? How will they know? Because our hair is covering it. That's the trick, lads. Never let them see your secret. Okay. Now, Han, I want to hear your bikey voice. Give it to me.
G'day.
oh snap!
My name's
Not bad.
Heineken. Heineken.
I mean, Han, your
Han?
brother Luda has probably spent time in sort of rough-ish establishments, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, he was a bit of a rogue.
Han, don't change a damn thing. That is perfect performance. That's you. You are Heineken. All right. Heimdal, let me hear it.
Oh, look, I'm just going to be the gruff silent type, but what I would do is I shimmer my hand and I cast minor illusion to cover myself in splatters of blood, and I ruffle my hair.
Okay. Cool.
Minor illusion, isn't it fixed on a certain point?
Yeah, so you probably sort of have to keep casting it every time you stop moving.
Oh, is it? So it says if you create an object, muddy footprint or small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. That's all right. I'm pretty small.
Yeah.
Physical interaction with the object reveals its illusion.
Yeah. So if it's on your skin, your hand's moving through it.
Okay.
Also, it would kind of defeat the purpose of having the spell disguise self.
2 for 1 special, mate.
I invented this trick. Look, you could definitely do it if you're standing still. If you're not walking down the street. If you're standing in a corner, you could make sort of an illusion around you for sure. But it does stay there fixed in that position, I'm pretty sure. Because you can't create an illusory object to carry with you, for example.
In which case, I'm a conjurer, man. I should be able to do this. I got major image, but that's a level 3 spell.
Don't waste that on a group of dumb bikies.
No. Okay.
You know what? I reckon the silent type. The strong silent type. And this is what we'll do. We'll be like, if they ask about you, we'll be like, no, man, don't worry about him. He talks. Your eyes will fall out of your head. You'll shit yourself, man. His voice is so deep that it's the brown note. You don't want him to talk, So, so yeah, you be soft and silent, Han. You be
I'll be the dead-eyed kind of guy. Did you hear that? No.
I'm totally down with the bard being the person who's got the most. You've got a +8 in persuasion, don't you?
10. +10.
+10. Yeah. You can do all the talking, mate. I actually just cover myself with my minor illusion spell and go, "What do you reckon?" And I'm sure you'll be like, "That looks fucking sick." And as you turn around and we all walk away, my illusion stays there. But I just pretend I've got this image. I'm rocking it as if I'm wearing it.
I'm picturing a Looney Tunes kind of style thing where he walks away and the blood spatter just stays in position.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what happens. But I'm rocking it as if I'm wearing it. It's gonna come across in my energy. Trust me.
Okay, cool. All
But
right.
yeah, that's confidence. All right, I reckon we're ready. I reckon ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. So Mara has given you directions that it's down and through the dock ward. And as you make your way there, I need one of you to roll a D100 for me, please.
I've been rolling shockingly, guys. Someone else.
Oh, I got 100.
Oh my god, you fucking did, yeah.
No way.
Nah, I didn't. I just keep rolling 100. Roll D100.
Yeah.
There we go. 30.
100.
That's a 3.
It's a 30 because I think
Is
I.
it?
No,
Yeah.
it says in the chat box
Zero.
it's a 3.
Yeah, no, but I said D. Well, let's try again. Oh wow, it is 2. It's a 3.
Yeah, so one of the
Okay.
dice is the 10s and one of them is the single unit.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I thought 00 was.
I thought 00 was 100 as well, yeah.
Yeah, I thought because you can't get. Never mind.
Yeah, but
Uh,
did you really roll a 3 out of 100?
Yep. And I did the
What are
same
the chances of
I
that?
got a 79.
3 out of 100.
God. Damn it, that sucks.
That's really, really bad.
I'll tell you now, for the role I asked you to do, the higher it is not necessarily better.
Okay, good. No, I'll be quiet then.
Last time there was a D100 involved. This is just a bit of metagaming. It was that magic dice that made any random shit happen when you get to a certain number. Remember?
Like a wild magic surge, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. So as you're traveling through the dock ward, heading down Snail Street, making your way down south, walking fast, places passing you home by one. As you turn one of the corners, you find yourself on a street that has been cordoned off by the City Watch. Lying on the cobblestones are half a dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some kind of terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of sort of questioning them. As you kind of turn around the corner and you sort of are looking on here, one of the officers sees you and she says, oh, get on, nothing to see here, go round.
And I walk up to her, don't hesitate. I kind of encourage the other two to join me, and I go, Constable, what is the? I'm Investigator Heineken here. I'm looking to, give me your latest update.
She kind of looks at you up and down. Give me a deception check. You certainly don't.
Can I cast minor illusion on him for a badge while he's doing this?
Yeah.
To maybe give him advantage or yeah.
Yeah.
So is that advantage, or is that?
Yeah.
15 might do it.
Well,
honest,
give him the
but-
advantage. See what he gets, because it's going to be up against the.
Oh!
It's pretty good.
Yeah, boy.
So she says, Detective Heineken, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. You're in plain clothes, you see. I didn't. Right. Report. Well, we haven't got a lot of information here yet, sir. We got a dozen of ours on site. Currently investigating. The only 3 survivors. We're questioning them now, and I've got Officer Littlebottom canvassing to find any witnesses in the area. And we're waiting for wagons to take away the murderers and the corpses as well, sir.
Take away the murderers. So you've caught the lads that done this.
Well, we're pretty sure it was these 3. They are covered in blood, and there's a lot of dead bodies around. So, and they won't say anything.
Do you have names of these the suspected murderers?
No names for the accused yet, sir. And sort of you see the 3 of them sort of over there, sort of they're sort of sitting in the essentially sitting in the gutter on the side of the street, their hands bound behind their backs, and they sort of coldly look up at you, just sort of staring at. But like with just sort of...
Okay. So like, all right, show us to the scene of the crime and see if I can't use my investigation skills to solve this thing one off. All right. So, this is my. These are my two constables and CSI technician, Barnabas the Perceptive, and Tarnaby, his better-looking brother,
Oh,
but though shorter, and gnomish.
Yep.
Adopted.
twice removed.
Yeah.
Our mother was promiscuous, you see. No. So,
on my other mother's side.
cool.
Yeah, so she she sort of leads you past the cordoned kind of area, and she sort of nods at one of the other constables who's sort of watching the area here, and you see so there seem to be a number of bodies here. It's hard to tell. Some of them have been dismembered somewhat, and the three accused murderers sitting on the side of the road there just kind of watch you intently as you walk around. What is it you're looking to do?
I'm looking. Okay, this is going to be a Hail Mary, but I'm going to try and Sherlock Holmes this shit with my a bit of autism in there. So I'm just going to
Enter the mind palace.
Absorb with my eyes wide open every detail in front of me, from the small minutiae in the accused's body. What is it called? Body temperament. The
Body language?
Body language. To all the details in front of me on the street, to everything. I'm going to Hail Mary an investigation check to see if I can Sherlock Holmes mind palace this to figure out what's going on.
Cool.
Ooh, rolling like
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you sort of look around and you get that Sherlock moment, right? The this mustn't register on an emotional level. Easy, done. You sort of scan the bodies and you're like, none of these are Flung. Mara described him as a well-dressed, noble-looking person. All of these are sort of the lower social strata. The three accused murderers, what links them apart from their sort of black clothing that seems to be of a similar make, not quite a uniform, but one of them has hiding. You can only see sort of the edge of it coming through from the collar of his shirt. He's got sort of a snake tattoo just poking up from his sort of collarbone up onto his neck. One of the others, you see in the back of one of the wagons that's arrived to sort of take their things away, that these men were disarmed, and one of the weapons that they were carrying is a dagger with sort of a snake head handle. And looking at the assortment of dead bodies, you see that they are somewhat more bedraggled dressed. So they're sort of like the lower class, but they all have sort of some measure of tattoos, possibly gang affiliations, that potentially links them all. The dead members, I should say, so that the group that was slaughtered seemed to be of some kind of potentially some kind of local gang or criminal organization. It's unclear at this stage how to tell what size or what reach that organization would be. I mean, you've only looked at it for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I turn back to the constable and go, More gang violence, I see. Is this a common function in this area?
She kind of looks at you strangely, like obviously, like a detective would know that. And she says,
Specific, like square meterage, like here is it common? Because we're used to being like down the block where it's super common, but right here specifically this stretch of street.
Yeah. She says, well, it's been getting worse lately. It seems like maybe some of the gangs are starting to make moves, and I don't know who these three are affiliated with, but it looks like they weren't happy about it. But they're not talking, and no one else in the street really is, I'm afraid.
Mm.
May I have a moment with who would you say is been the one kind of in charge, the one that seems like they're ringleader?
Out of the three of them, it's hard to tell. Like none of them have said anything since you've arrived. They haven't said anything since we've arrived.
Right,
they've got no identification on them.
What does?
So I go, give me a moment with them, and I walk up to the back, grab the closest one out of the back of the cart or wherever they're being held, and then separate them for his two friends and use charm.
So, okay, just table talk quickly. I have detect thoughts.
Ooh, nice.
So I can, but do this, and yes, you charm your man. And
all right, I'm going to see if I can charm him. Charm a creature within your range. It must make a wisdom saving throw. Well, it's not. It doesn't do with advantage. Because if I charm it, I'm going to try and convince it to talk to you. It's friendly to you afterwards. Okay. So I'm going to cast. Oh. Wait, why aren't you casting?
Well, I mean...
Oh, does it automatically win? Oh, wait, no, they've just got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, they're going to make a wisdom save. Okay. All right. So, so you drag one sort of away a little bit. Is that right? So he's, or she, I should say, is sort of bound, hands behind her back, sort of dragged over. And what do you say to her as part of the charm? So obviously you have to cast a spell, so there's some spell casting component as part of it. But then what do you kind of ask?
So what specifically? So she's charmed, but what do I ask her? What question do I ask her?
Yeah, so she seems friendly enough to you now. She's no longer kind of staring daggers at you.
So I'm like, we're all friends here. Tell me your perspective on what happened here, what transpired here.
Show creatures friendly to you. Yeah, okay. She says, like in a sort of a hush, she kind of looks around and is like, oh, did they send you? Are you here to bail us out?
I say yes. So I was like, if you haven't been silly, then yes.
She says, well, we were doing our job. The fucking Xanathars are all getting uppity, and they're making moves, and we got told to come down here and stop it. So we stopped it. And look, they're not making moves in this area anymore. They're gonna know to stay clear of us and ours. So I mean, job done. Did what we were told. Done the right thing. The Black Network doesn't fuck around, and now they know that.
Yes, good girl. No, you're good work with the Xanathars. Now tell me, I'm looking for Flung Blagmar. Have you seen him recently?
She kind of looks at you like, no idea who that is.
Okay.
She said,
Flung? Everyone knows Flung. Flung Blagmar.
no, sorry. Well,
I scoff, stupid girl, and walk. Take a few steps back and approach Barnaby and Heimdal and go. They don't know anything about Flung Blagmar, and I just communicate. But it seems like the tensions between the Zenithar and the what was it?
The Black Network.
The Black Network is getting more ferocious.
So do you say that to just your guys, or do you say that to the?
Yeah, just to my guys, just communicating what I'm learning to the others.
Yeah, I mean, you have that fucking mental mind shit too, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Do we give a fuck about that, or should we just
go
to the Skewered Dragon and try to find Flung?
Yeah, I agree. So I'm like, yes, this seems like a distraction from our main mission. So,
you got us into this mess.
Yeah.
You get us the fuck out of it.
So I go back to the girl I was talking to, and I say,
yeah, she says,
listen.
So you used to come over and goes, Investigator Heineken, was it? My captain wants a word.
I say, a word? A word takes too much time. I'm far too busy for a word, and I just, I begin to just walk away, just straight V-line for the barricade.
Yeah. She's like pointing over her shoulder and is like looking back between you and what is clearly her captain. And he's kind of looking over at you suspiciously as you just walk off. I don't know whether you see that, whether you're just fixed purpose leaving this literal scene of the crime, not necessarily your crime, but a crime.
A crime. Yeah. All right. Do we make it through the barricades without further?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Can we make our way to the dragon?
Cool. Yeah. So you make your way through the streets to sort of an area called Candle. Oh wait, no. Between Net Street and Fillet Street.
Yeah.
You as you're sort of passing, you're sort of walking down the street. There's tall, densely packed tenements, leaving most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen. And the smell of salt air and excrement lingers as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. As you get to the corner of Zastro Street and Fillet Lane, your eyes are caught by a peculiar window display in a small shop. There's sort of a nearby shop that stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop.
Cool.
Cool. You keep walking, and just sort of almost next door is a place that looks like or has sort of a picture of a dragon being skewered on it. There's it looks mostly like a ruin. Like both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. And we will check out the Skewered Dragon.
So, out of curiosity, Dan, can you tell me the goldfish that I was supposed to find? What was his name? I feel like it started with a Z.
Silgar. Garfield, the Deals Warlock, asked you to bring him Silgar and Silgar's little house. Little fishbowl.
Cool. Silgar, not Zilgar. Okay.
Barnaby. Fox.
There you go.
And we'll take just a quick little break. I'm going to grab a drink while, I'll turn these on.
sorry, Dan. When you get back, can we have a sidebar?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
What's a
Cool.
sidebar?
Sidebar is just talking to each other without you guys in the room.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I'm going to take 5.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Hey, buddy. Is there any way we can talk in a different D&D thingy?
Yeah, of course. Let's jump in.
To which one?
We'll just jump in the Jackbox one. Cool.
So, did you manage to read what I wrote in the forum? soliloquy.
No, we never get to use that word ever.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just the last 5 years of D&D have been worth anything. It's for me just being able to use that word soliloquy right now.
Yes, it was constructive.
Thanks,
So,
mate.
so you're gonna get. Now private. Okay. I'm just gonna populate this with people.
Right.
I'm back with you.
Hey,
Here you are.
do we guys want to just sit down and take a break outside this tavern before we go in? Because I may or may not have used up all my packs, my spells.
You what?
My spells regenerate when I have a rest, but I've used up all my spells. Just getting through the world. It's all right. I've got plenty of cantrips. That's the good thing with this character is that I got cantrips for days.
You probably shouldn't have lit a mosquito on fire using literally like almost the power of the sun to obliterate a mosquito.
I got a good roll.
I don't.
I got 28 out of 30. That was like.
He doesn't tell you how to, light your mosquitoes on fire.
He doesn't. You know what? I'm sorry, Han.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the Skewered Dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. What do you do? You hanging outside, going in?
Do you have a time for a short rest in between the on the walk after the walk?
I'm not one to say no to a short rest.
Or do you want to go sit down at the tavern and have a drink and have a short rest whilst having a drink?
Look, we all know that if we enter a tavern, we're not sitting down for a short rest. Okay, we all know that. Sure, if we can, I'm sure there's a nice bench outside that we can sit down and compare acting notes on the recent performance to the constable.
Yeah. I mean, this is meant to be a tavern of riffraff, so probably best if we don't go in.
Yeah, let's go around the corner.
Maybe go around the corner, yeah.
You don't go in the front door like regulars go in the side, so you know that like you got to do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's go around the back. Is there anything? Is there like a beer garden out here? Oh, I see a cart with. Is that hay?
Oh.
I don't know where you are. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is just the streets. So there is a back door which you think sort of enters into the kitchen.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have a rest out here. Where did Heimdal go?
I'm coming back. I was just going for a bit of a wander, getting my bearings.
Get them bearings on. All right. Well, we're going to sit down and have a bit of a rest.
Cool. Roll me a d100.
Oh no!
I got it. $80.
Do you play the Song of Rest, Barnaby? Is that the Song of Rest?
I think it's Han.
Yeah, I think it's James.
Because Han's the one learning the guitar. Right, digging it.
I'm not that good. I wish I could.
That's the Song of Rest. That is absolutely the Song of Rest.
That's pretty cool.
How rested does everyone feel? I'll let me give my.
Do we exist? I got
It's a D6 these days, actually, that I do for my Song of Rest. Let me double check. Does anyone has anyone lost health?
Yeah, I have.
A little bit.
All right, cool. I'll give you. I'll just roll it in. Actually, no, I need to roll on this. All right, cool. Keep going down, and I'll roll my thing when I figure out how.
So it was a D6 by itself.
He rolls the D6 for you, and then it applies to everyone who spends a hit dice. While you guys are hanging out at the back here around the side. You notice sort of a peddler with sort of a small cart wheel up, and he kind of parks himself across the road from you. And he's like, he says, tonic, get your tonic, cure for all ails. Get your tonic right here, 20 gold, and that's cutting me own throat. Tonic, get your tonic, you sir. Look at that male pattern baldness. This tonic's secure all, I tell you. Brought in by monks from up in the mountains. They get it from special yaks that meditate upside down. You, sir, madam, tonic, would you like a tonic feel more alive? Wake up early in the morning. This tonic, 100% pure, not cut with anything. 20 gold, and he sort of sees you, you three, hanging out, Barnaby, strumming the lute a little bit, and he says, "You there, sir? I can see. I know a gentleman when I see one. My lord, how about you? Need a tonic, do you? I bet your fingers get a bit calloused playing that lute. This thing, you'll have fingers smooth as a baby's behind. Yes, you will, sir. 20 gold just for you."
Can you tell me a little bit more about the tonic? What is this going to do to me?
It'll make you feel, but not be, that's a different thing, feel 10 years younger. You'll be in the prime of your life. I see the years on you, my friend. And look, a man of your skill, you could, with the right tonic, have that sort of fuller hair. The scars, except for the really good ones that the ladies like, will just fade away. And I bet you could make 3 times playing, maybe even 10 times playing in more upper class venues. If you get some of this in you, I'll give you.
Go ahead.
I'm
going to do a perception check to see if he's a grifter or if the tonic might actually be genuine.
Hey, we have a thing. We have a thing and an item that we can use once a day that tells if people are lying.
Ooh, I like
Do
things.
We do. We got it. I'm sure we did.
Someone must have wrote those down.
You did.
Was it me?
Aren't you the Hordes person?
Yeah, I am.
I mean, if you very quickly go back to the YouTube channel and scan through your time at Fantasy Bunnings, could you find the items you bought?
I think it's a good idea because there were some very impressive items.
We're not going to do that right now. If you don't know what it is right now, you can't use it right now. But I'm not going to interrupt
Holy
our game.
shit!
For you
Where did I write these things down?
It's a once a day use, and it tells if people are lying.
Yeah, but we gotta cut. Can you guys just check if you wrote anything down? Because a few things from Fantasy Bunnings, and I'm just looking at my notes and my everything, and I can't see anything.
I have here that you guys bought. Did you buy the Mouth of Minty, the mint tablets?
Yep.
The Glutton's Fork.
Yep.
The Ring of Tracking.
Nope.
No. The Glue Grenade.
Not that I know.
Yep.
The Phone a Friend Scrying Bones. Is that what you're thinking about? Because then I've also got the mystery bag and the can of Pure Blonde cider, the rusted can of Pure Blonde cider.
The can was drunk. I think Heimdal drank the can.
I drank the can. Yeah.
The bag had the dagger in it. So yeah. So then we're left with the Mouth of Minty, the Glutton's Fork, the Glue Grenade, and the bones.
What are the bones?
So the bones tell us if something is right or wrong.
You can ask a question of the fates, and then you throw the bones, and they have either happy or sad faces on them. So it's kind of like the divination spell, I think.
Yeah, okay. Should we?
There was a diadem of fabulous truthiness. Once per day, the wearer can use this simple circlet to cast a version of the spell Zone of Truth, but only targets one creature. I'm not sure if you bought that. I don't have it in my calculation for
I remember trying to spell circlet and writing it down.
Well, it's not written down.
Well, I probably wrote it down. I just couldn't spell it. I'm looking through my notes.
All right.
I'm so sorry. I can't find this anyway. I must have gone somewhere else.
So, well, if you don't have it now, well, we can go back to the judges, the adjudicator. We can go back to the video, but I'm not going to do it now. So
Yeah. No, fair enough. Unless I put it in equipment. No, I didn't. Yeah, no. Regardless, I don't think we should waste a good item on this. I'll go with a deception check. See if this bloke, you know, I mean, I've played a lot of taverns. I've been around the block a little bit. I can sense a grifter when I see one.
yeah,
If
so
this
that'd be an
bloke
insight check to kind of get his vibe.
Ah, yes, because I'm not deceiving him. I'm sensing. Yep. All right. Let's see how we go here. Not good.
I mean, it sounds pretty good.
All right. I say to him, all right, come here, boy.
Oh yes, sir. A vial of this will have you singing like a songbird in no time. 20 gold, and that's cutting my own throat.
Stare at him. I stare at him deeply, and I say to him, I have seen things your darkest mind could not possibly imagine. I have been through things you couldn't possibly fathom. If you're lying to me about this, I will find you, and I will claw your eyes out like raven's talons. Does this actually work the way you're saying it does, or does it not?
He says, "Oh, no word of a lie, Gov. This was brewed by monks up in the mountains, up north in the far reaches north of the Nentir Vale. There's stories of ancient monks with what's that in the background? Yeah, there's stories of ancient monks and their meditating yaks. This is brewed from the finest yak milk, sir. And you have a swallow of this once a day. And look, I'll set you up right now with the beginner set. And look, if you have also if you have any friends who'd want to be interested in buying some as well, I mean, it could be a bit of a side income for you.
So while you're all saying this, I'm doing my insight check.
Yeah, I see your insight check. Heimdal, you are the magical guru here. You think like maybe there's some potion of vitality kind of mixed in here, but it's probably pretty weak. There seems to be some like magical alchemy going on, but you're not sure if it's by accident or if it's just like heavily watered down.
Should I do an Arcana check then on the actual item?
If you want to maybe know.
Well, I say to him, okay, yep, that's not bad.
Yeah, you think it's some kind of it is some kind of potion. At best, maybe some kind of potion of vitality. Though,
Right.
like,
Right.
yeah.
We'll take 3. 20 gold, you say? Fine. Is 55.
Whoa. Can we get 3 for 20 gold? Because, like, we can tell it's pretty weak.
It's fine. We got.
Weak. It's no full strength, sir. Only top quality. Coming out of Dibbler's wares. Only the finest, most purest of tonics that we sell.
3 for 55, boy. Take it or leave it.
Oh, okay. Look, yep. It's cutting my own throat, but I think we have a deal.
Done. All right. Now, Daniel, tell us what we actually have.
Are you going to drink it now?
Oh. Yeah. Or like, because we bought it now, is Heimdal's Arcana Check able to tell us a little bit more? He's able to see it up close. He's able to touch the bottle and see. Are we able to know maybe a little bit more around specifically what it does?
Yeah. So the peddler kind of makes his way down the street, yelling at other people to come buy it. he says, and he's yelling out, you kind of hear him as he leaves, like, selling out fast, can't keep my hands on it. It all must go. Crazy prices. 20 gold. Madam, 20 gold for a tonic. Please. And Heimdal, now that you're looking closely at it, you think, yeah, it's kind of watered down potion of vitality. So, I mean, it's sort of a coin flip on if you think it'll give you the full effect or not.
And naturally, a potion of vitality just increases your health.
When you drink a potion of
Maximum
vitality, any hit dice you roll while resting is automatically maximum.
Ah. So if we were to take a rest, but drink a potion before the rest, then you get the full benefit of the rest, essentially.
Hit dice,
we
yeah.
max it.
Hit dice. Any hit dice you spend are considered to have rolled max.
That's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good. Great. All right. Well, we got one for each. I've actually written that down. It says saved. So, great. All right.
And what you know of a potion of vitality is it lasts 24 hours, typically.
Ah. Okay.
When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering, cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. The potion's crimson liquid regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat. This looks a little bit different.
You don't need to drink it like within 48 hours. It's just the effects is from 24 hours of drinking.
Correct. Yes.
Yep.
I mean, this one might be organic though. He probably doesn't have any preservatives in there, so.
Good. Oh, Barnaby doesn't put anything artificial in his body, so good.
My body is a temple. Adventurers going in and out of there all the time.
Wonderful. All right, so lads, you're feeling rested. You're feeling good.
Feeling good. I'm feeling
song gave
vital.
you an extra 2 points back, which is shocking, but it's better than nothing. And I didn't see you guys giving me 2 points, so fuck you. Shall we enter the back door or go through the front?
No, let's go through the front. What are we, heathens going in the back door?
Yeah, I'm happy to go in the front.
Cool. I still have Heimdal at like no health. What is your current health?
62 out of 65.
Okay. Cool. Very healthy.
Alrighty. I Robin Williams this thing and go, Prince Oliver.
Have you forgotten your character already, Heineken?
So,
No,
a wonderful thing about Foundry is that you can click on a door to open it.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm going to follow in Barnaby in his step.
Mm.
So you enter and you see there's a number of people here, all kind of nursing drinks, even though it's the timer says it's 9 p.m. So that's fine. It's 9:15 in the evening. So the place is somewhat lively, although some of it is not quite a record scratch as you walk in. But as you walk in, sort of all eyes kind of turn to look at you. I
got my hood up.
You got your hood up, yeah. As sort of Barnaby opens the door and strolls in, followed by Heimdal and Han.
So I'm walking in, I say, all right, lads, all right, at ease, we mean no harm.
Oh, I could do a thing, but it might just annoy everyone.
Now I am intrigued.
So I'm going to use thaumaturgy to enhance my voice. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. So
this is why you run out of spells so quickly, man.
But no, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I go, Floon Blagma, we seek Floon Blagama!
Alright, so I've walked in saying, "Don't worry, at ease, we mean no harm," and you're good. I'm glad we rehearsed this.
Everyone kind of cringes as the loud boom assaults their ears. And like a kind of like whoa, 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 and like a couple of them are kind of standing up, you know, not necessarily drawing weapons, but kind of, you know, cracking knuckles, like who the fuck are these people yelling in here, causing trouble essentially.
This is a safe space.
I hoik myself up onto this table that I'm right next to, and kind of lean.
You're standing on a table. There's a drow, sort of sitting here quietly nursing a small glass of wine.
Oh no! I just edge a bum onto the like. I'm not standing on it. I hoik myself up to kind of like just sit on the edge.
Yeah.
And then the start of a musical here.
I use my minor illusion to gradually seep blood over my persons, and like so I look menacing, and I stay in one position, kind of leaning on an elbow and like just leaning there, looking around.
Real still.
I turn to Han and say, "See, he listened at rehearsal."
Yeah.
So this is the barkeep, I
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I walk over to the bar and say, 2 of your cheapest ales.
Righto. And so he takes he grabs 2 mugs and walks over, and there's like an open keg sort of in one of the corners, and just like dips them in it, and like puts them on the bar for you, and says that'll be 5 silver.
I put them back immediately. I put the silver on the table, and then smash back both glasses.
It's pretty rotten. This stuff seems to be sort of the almost like the it's offensive to you just as someone who is friends with Keg. This is probably offensive to you. It's like super watery. You think that, you know, when you pull beers and like there's that tray that catches the foam and stuff, like it's like they've poured that into a barrel and that's their cheap swill.
Yeah. Dreg beer.
The
dregs.
Yeah. Possibly even like from leftover tankards that weren't quite finished, they empty them into that bigger sort of bucket.
Yeah. And even on the tap, it's got written on it, dreg.
Well, there's no tap. Like that's how cheap it is. It's just a slops bucket that they dip these tankards into.
Say to him after I wipe my mouth with my sleeve, and I turn to him and say, "Tastes like home. You know, a place like this, a bloke can get used to this." Tell me, what's your name?
Oh shit. Okay, I was prepared for this and I closed it.
My name's Bruce.
I've
got Finding Nemo on the brain.
Yeah.
Have you watched it recently?
Yeah, he seems a bit of a Bruce. Yeah, this is we're gonna give him Bruce. Names. Well, that's Mighty Bruce. There we go. Name's Bruce.
Yeah, right. Bruce was just down at the Yawning portal and ran into Durnham. Wouldn't be any relation, would he? All you bartenders look alike to me.
He says, what? Up in the castle wood, too rich for my blood.
Yeah, mine too. That's why I came down here, be with my people.
Um,
And he says that part loudly.
yeah. Um, trying to think. So he says to you, your people, hey?
My people.
And he says, you know, the shadow always runs through the town.
Until the fucking light stops it.
And everyone kind of eases back a little bit. You notice that there was sort of a tension in the air. As he asked that, or as he made that statement, and there's sort of a somewhat of a relaxing to the line you gave.
Can I
But you don't you yeah. And he says, sure. And you know, can I get you another round, or perhaps one for your friends?
They don't need anything.
can
They're
I
fine talking loudly and being bloody.
can I throw a message to old Barnaby and say I'm gonna put a tattoo of a snake on your neck to make you part of the shadow?
Sure.
What are you using to do that? As in, what are you using to send the message? Firstly,
Yeah, so I've got a spell
called message.
called Message. Yeah. You point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Sure.
You cast a spell through solid objects, familiar target knows, beyond barrier, magical silence, yada yada yada.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so I whisper that, and then I use minor illusion to put that same tattoo that we saw sticking out from the neck of the guy on the
Murderer.
Yep.
I turn to Bruce and tap my neck with 2 fingers whilst holding my tankard with the left hand and say, "Tell me, Bruce, anyone here waiting for me? Come see them?"
So he see you pull down the collar a little bit to show that, I assume, or you sort of turn to show it, I guess.
No, I just pulled out. I can't move.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
So pull down the collar or just tap on whatever is visible on the
Yeah.
neck.
Just because you cheaped out and didn't want to use major image, Heimdal. Thanks.
Yeah, but then I whisper and say, "Now cover it back up so I can stop the spell."
Yeah, clever. Yep.
Now you get a whispered reply if you would like one, as well. By the way.
I say, really impressed with this. This is clever. This is innovative, and I just think that since you've joined our team, you've grown leaps and bounds. So thank you.
Cool.
You're welcome. Let's save this for either my eulogy or my. Thank you.
All about building morale in the team. That's
you are indeed.
All right. He says, and he kind of leans in and says, the password wasn't right, so I didn't know it was you. But your boys said that they grabbed Neverember and took him off to took him back over to the old warehouse down in Candle Lane.
Yeah, right. The warehouse in Candle Lane, of course, and Never Ember. Oh, geez. I mean, last time when we took him when we were with him, geez, I drank so much of this slop. I can't even remember a damn thing. What were we doing with him again?
He says, "Oh look, it's not on me.
Of course not.
I told him Never Ember was here with a friend gambling. I sent the dishy out to let your boys know, and then when they left, I assumed you took care of it."
Yeah. No, we did. We did take care of that. It's come, like in the words of the great Celine Dion. It's all come back to me now. And righto then.
He says, "Oh look, I hope you gave both of them a good kicking. Those bloody lords coming in here, rubbing your nose in it, bloody nobles."
Hey, they were piss and blood before they knew it. We kicked them so much.
Now
This has gotten a bit dark for my liking.
Yeah, he says to you, "Now look, obviously I'm, our arrangement is all good. I'm very happy with our arrangement, but one of them does owe a bit of money here. Now I assume you want Never Ember, but the other one, he's a bit of a regular here. He's lost a bit of money at these tables, and some of it he still has to pay up. So, I mean, if he's still alive, I would certainly like to, get him back in here at some point. He's still got to pay his debts, if you know what I mean."
Yeah, fair enough. That only makes sense if he owes you some money. I mean, it would be a right injustice if he didn't pay you up. I'll tell you what. Is there anything else we need to know? Let us, tell us, and we'll be on our way and make sure that you get what's yours, and we'll get what's ours. And if you can, see it in your way to. I mean, I've been here a few times, but I don't think I've ever seen behind that door to your right there. What's behind there?
He says, "Well, them's the kitchens."
Yeah, right, where the food's prepared and shit, eh?
Like almost on cue, like the door opens and a guy comes out with like like a stew.
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that. I did.
Right. So we're right.
Is that a dwarf?
Probably.
I'm gonna hoik her over to him, just very briefly.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. I make a snake tattoo on my neck, flash it at him, and then ask him if he knows. I pull out the dwarven folding ship that I have and say, I'm looking for the term, like, bigger, the command words to unfold this.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sort of looks at you, like puts down the plate of stew, so he says, "So you want the dwarven word for?"
And I put it down. I want the dwarven word for bigger.
Okay. He says something in Dwarvish and kind of looks expectantly at it, and nothing happens.
Unfold.
He says something else, some sort of harsh guttural kind of noise, and nothing.
Has he heard of this sort of unfolding dwarven technology before?
He kind of strokes his beard and says, "Look, mate, we live in a coastal town. I've seen like big boats. If you're looking for a boat, there's plenty of them at the wharf. This one's very cute, but I don't. We're not going to be able to go for a row, are we?
Cool. Okay, just checking. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. I pocket it and head back to my table and hoik myself up and look menacing.
Yeah. The drow kind of like eyes you as you walk back over and
Oh
sit
yeah, I
back
give
on
him
the
a
table.
nod just to make sure it's all right.
He sort of tips his glass to you slightly and smiles.
I don't impose. I don't shake the table or anything. I'm pretty small. I just I hoik myself up to it and then lean on my legs and stare out menacingly.
Now, what is Heimdal's experience with drow? Because I always assumed you were a deep gnome, but you're actually a scribing gnome. So maybe you haven't spent a lot of time underground. I don't know.
I haven't spent a lot of time underground, to be honest.
Okay. So never been to the Underdark in your travels?
I've got dark vision, so...
I mean, the Underdark is like the dark beneath the dark, right?
Yeah, nah. Don't think I've been there. Heard about it, being a white traveller. Heard lots of things, but never been there myself.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd ask old Bruce. I say, hey, look, sorry, I forgot. What was the right response to shadow passes through the city?
He says, look, you had it close, but it's the shadow arrives. The shadow it always arrives before the light.
Oh, that was bloody close.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's right. Oh gosh, I knew it. I knew I'd know it as soon as I heard it. Thanks so much, Bruce. Hey, look, you've been a real top bloke today. There's nothing else. We'll be on our way, and you lads have a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Han, do you want to scare these people with another booming voice, mate, or? You're okay.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And then just walks out.
Yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And as I walk, he says he's got many more skills than conversation.
Everyone's ears are just like...
Cool. So you head. Let's go back to where are we? Toggle navigation. We go back to Waterdeep.
I literally went in there. This was like, I'm looking for somebody. It was nice to meet you. It was brilliant. It was great.
It really speaks to his autism.
Yeah. Is there any chance we could swing by the docks to see if there's a dwarf around that might be able to help me identify the magic words to unfold this?
Yeah, go on.
But I just scan. I'm not going to go talk to everyone. Just, are there any dwarves around?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, even though it's late at night, you see
19. Nice.
there is a group of dwarves loading a ship. They're looking like they're sort of bustling away under the eye of a merchant. Yeah.
Okay, can I go to the merchant and drop him 5 gold and say, do you mind if I just ask a couple of your fellow dwarven employees a couple of questions based on linguistics? It won't take away from their time much at all.
He says, sure, and he kind of looks it up and he's like, oh, this is a funny looking coin. Where are you from, lad? Not from around here.
No, I'm clearly a traveller. Everyone notices I'm not from these parts.
Yeah, he sort of rubs the coin between his fingers, and he says, "These aren't Well, these aren't Waterdavian dragons, are they?
Nope.
Oh well, still spends, I'm sure.
Yep.
In pockets it.
The bar took him. Multiple pubs have taken him happily. So, all right. So I interrupt the smartest looking dwarf and say, "Look, I was just passing by, and I'm in dire need of some assistance. Would you be able to tell me what this is?" And I show him the unfolding boat.
Yeah. So he sees. You show it to a couple of them. Most of them are kind of just working. These sailors are loading, unloading. One of them sort of stops and goes, "Oh, quite the trinket you got there. That's a foldable boat." I mean, where'd you get that?
I won it in a poker game.
Right. Well, the dwarf who lost it must be kicking himself. Let me guess, he didn't tell you the command word, though.
No, and that's what I'm actually seeking, good sir.
Oh well. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see why you've come to me. You've come here because surely to be in Dwarvish. What have you tried?
I've tried bigger. I've tried unfold.
He says, "Oh, look, for a couple of dragons, I could try a couple of words. No promises, though."
Look, a couple of words, a couple of tries is all I would ask. So I would definitely. I don't have dragons, but I have these gold pieces. Would they be of use?
Yeah, that'd be fine. And he sort of takes them from you, pockets them. So just 2 gold you give him. And he says, "Oh look, I'll try a few here." So what have you tried so far?
Just bigger and unfold. I was kind of interrupting someone at work, so I didn't want to. But I've paid off your boss, so he's cool with me talking to you.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, we'll put it down over there. We don't want to, don't want it smashing into the other boats." Yeah. And he rattles off. He says, "Look, okay, I'll try this," and so he'll go. He says it in common, and then rattles it off in Dwarvish. He tries, like open, unfurl, unfold, embiggen, biggest, baddest, ballast. Just all the he tries a bunch of B's. And he tries. He says, "Look, he goes through a few of them, and like gang ho and weigh anchor and things like
Magic
that.
Boat grow big.
Magic boat grow big." But he says he gives you a few, and he says, "Oh, look, I'm sorry, mate, but I would definitely try along the nautical line. Dwarves are usually quite literal, so say a thing and then that's what they want it to be, right? Like it's not going to be cabbages or something. That just wouldn't make sense."
Where's the nautical line, or are you saying terminology wise?
So terminology. So like try nautical terminology.
You're a ship man. Do you know any?
I mean,
at the dock.
He says, "Oh, look, I tried a few, like weigh anchor, set sail, but none of them really seem to be working."
Any pointers from here? I really appreciate your help. Thank you very much, by the way. I'm very gracious.
That's all right. I mean, if you could find, maybe sort of maybe up in one of the libraries or up in the mage quarter or something like that. They might have something. They might have some kind of records or something. Maybe even in the trade ward, some sort of arcanist might have like the schematics and sort of like they might have the default word for that model. So maybe they left it at the default word. They didn't set a custom one. So you might be able to find that, but it's sort of different depending on the group and the time period it was made. So you'd have to do a little bit of research there, I think.
Can I just make a meta observation about the fancy lads?
Mhm.
The words we use are always very polite. We're like please and thank you and but our actions seem to contradict our overly ingratiating words, except for when I shout at people. But
I feel like you get more, what is it, bees with honey than you do with vinegar, or whatever it is.
You get more
So,
flies with honey than
yeah.
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 I mean,
So,
why anyone would want flies? You know,
no, I'm
is
pretty
the-
sure. I'm pretty sure the fancy lads is you get more flies with rotting corpses.
yeah.
The fancy lads. We try it. We try to be polite, you know, and if that doesn't work, then we resort to the only other option that we know, which is brute force.
speaks quite loudly, yeah.
Just
But then again, I would like to say
murder.
that us
We-
three, as casters, actually do try and negotiate a lot more than the trigger-happy brutes that we were traveling with before, if I may speak openly.
I think you're spot on. I think you're absolutely spot on. But we will try to convince them, and if that doesn't work, then
We tried.
The murderers.
we did our best.
There was an attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. So that was a bit of a distraction, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanking the dwarven guy for his attempts, I will seek out a arcane library with a dwarf in it, essentially.
Yeah, they should. I mean, this is Waterdeep, the city of splendor. If they can't, if they don't have it, it doesn't exist. It's all sorts come through this city.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. So, can you direct me towards that place?
So the trades ward is sort of to the northeast.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah. And in fact, the directions I'm not sure if you got directions to Candle Lane, the warehouse in Candle Lane. I'm trying to see here if it's on this map. That is, yeah. Paul's curses on it.
Yep. On it.
I found it. Found the guys.
Boom.
Good work, Paul.
Thanks, James.
Cool. So it takes you another sort of maybe 15, 20 minutes to wander through the streets of the town. Roll me a D100.
Go on, Steve. You've been rocking these.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. So / roll D100. Oh. / roll with the double D100. 19.
And you guys are in the dock district. Okay. As you're walking up the streets and you're sort of making your way towards this Candle Lane, two thoroughly inebriated men wearing not much but loincloths and sort of furs, despite sort of the summery heat, come sort of stumbling down the road. And let's see. Han bumps into you and is like, "Oi, watch it, you four." And he said, and then the other guy's like, "Oi, don't. I wouldn't take that if I was you, mate. Yeah. Oi, I'll knock your block off."
They're not worth it. I say just let him be. They're I say to Han quite literally, you don't have a block that he can knock off. So that's not something you need to concern yourself with. It's actually a threat, a metaphor for he wants to harm you.
He's like, hey, I don't be using the big words. I'm as big as 5 or 4s.
That you are, sir. And might I say, what a fantastic loincloth you have on.
And he looks down at it and then kind of looks at you somewhat bleary-eyed. You at this point you notice that he has a giant battle axe on his back.
And a mighty axe. The type of axe which would only suit a man of such a exquisite loincloth. So I'm sure a man of your importance doesn't want to be wasting their time with peasants such as us. Please, we'll get on with our evening, and you may go on with whatever important business you have.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, snap.
If he doesn't want to be persuaded, he
Is there
will
some
die.
intimidation? Do we have any intimidation?
Yeah, we do, but I'm not intimidating him. I'm persuading him.
Hey, it's not bad.
Hey. His mate's like, yeah, we do have good axes. Our axes are the biggest, the best. And the other guy's like, no, my axe is the biggest and the best. Yours is a little bit smaller. And then they're like, all right, I bet I can drink. Back into the pub.
Yeah.
One
we
more
leave them
round.
as they bicker amongst
Yeah.
each other.
and the rest of your journey is somewhat uneventful.
Wonderful.
Well played.
Can I just thank my colleagues in this game for not jumping in and beating them? Like really, like see, this game can be great. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, well, there's diversity in this game. If you allow it to be.
I just like that +10 on fucking persuasion, mate. You can use that as much as you want.
yeah, no,
You really haven't used a lot of it, have you?
I haven't had the option to, Dan. You know, what I mean? We're always fighting.
All right.
Let's fighting love.
Yeah.
What's that off?
South Park.
South Park, yeah. Kick ass too. But
Yeah, protect my boss.
let's fighting love.
Good episode. It's a very good episode.
All right. So, shit, where'd my notes go? All right, we're gonna wrap it up in a minute, but here we go. So, you make your way down Candle Lane. The warehouse sort of stands at the back of sort of the alley of an alleyway here. There's sort of an outer yard with behind a high fence, and there's sort of a gate in front of you, and you sort of sidle up and you notice that the gate isn't locked, and ahead is sort of a big, not a roller door, I guess, but it's sort of like a big stable door, if you know what I mean, like it's big and wooden and it sort of slides to the side, as well as sort of a small sort of service entrance at the front there as well. Yeah, what do you do? Sorry, I'll add a little bit more. As you're sort of walking down this alleyway, obviously it's sort of late at night, it's 10:30 at night. Gloom is enveloping the narrow alleyway, sort of as dark as a dungeon. I can make it dark. Hells yeah.
So, out of curiosity.
The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle.
Ooh,
Jeez.
getting some transitions here.
It's getting dark. So I just opened the door, but I didn't like kick it in, right? I just tried to peek through to see what was in, and I closed it again subtly and said, I saw a fucking dragon inside. I don't know what are we coming here for? Are we looking for a dragon? Because there's a dragon.
Is there actually a dragon in there?
It's actually a fucking dragon in there.
This is
Actually,
good.
give me a wisdom saving throw, Heimdal.
Is this against magic?
Is it considered?
I got
magic?
a 23.
You got 23 anyway. Yeah. So you as you open the door, you saw standing in the center of the room. For a moment, you see the skeleton of a dragon.
Yeah.
And you're like, shit, and quickly close the door.
I was very quick and subtle. Like,
Yeah. But you are not overcome by fear.
Okay.
In those terms.
There's also other people in there. Could be magi or something. But out of curiosity, what are we here for?
We're looking for freaking Flung Blagma.
Flume,
Okay.
Flume was taken here with Neverember to the warehouse in Candle. Well, Neverember was taken to the warehouse in Candlelane along with a mate or with someone else who we assume is going to be Flume.
Okay. Oh, yeah, true. And Flume might be the one that owes lots of money. Okay. What
So
about
Flume's
this?
the one that Mara wants back because she's boning
Yeah.
him.
Barman said bring that person back as well because they owe
Owes him money. Yeah.
Is it
So this,
the person owed the bar money?
yeah. So we got to avoid that, and people are going to be after them. So is there this little door up here? Doesn't want to open for me?
It's not a door; it's a window.
Ah, okay, never mind then.
So
Well,
that's why you can see through it.
yeah, okay. Okay, so
To
there
be
is.
honest, I
Yeah.
reckon we go. We are, and you know, I pull us all down on one knee, and I say to you lads,
Hey, all right, some
I
planning.
say, I've been in a lot of theatre troupes, but this may be the ragtagiest, best group of young performers that I have ever been a part of. We have performed many feats in our time and convinced many people. And this is our greatest test. This is our Hamlet. Let's
I
go
like
in there. Let's go in there and be the best damn, and I point to Han to fill in the blank. We're going to be the best damn.
Cowboy in the wild, wild western.
All right, I point to Heimdal and say, Heimdal, what are we going to be? We're going to be the best damn
Shadow recruits.
shadow recruits that this company has ever seen. Now, what's their name again? The Black something?
Black shadows, I think.
That's not right.
Black snakes.
No.
I love that this conversation's like happening outside, down on one knee, like
Like
The
the
black
huddle
recruits?
drawing shit in the sand, like.
Like the Black Knight or something? Maybe some omnipotent force in this world wants to remind us what the name of this crew is called.
No, because it's funnier if you don't remember the notes that you took. I mean,
Well-
it's like jazz, baby. It's like it's half of it is the notes you don't take.
We're the anti-Zenithars.
Let's look. I've got a disguise kit on my person at all times. Actually, Dan, may I use that disguise kit to draw snake on all of our necks?
Ooh, he's bringing makeup into it. Jesus.
Like I said, we're the best performance troupe that Barnaby's ever worked with, and that's saying something.
Yeah, give me a performance check to see like how well he remembers how to do stage makeup.
I shall, as soon as I can find its skills. Performance check.
16.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. it may hold it. You think you're pretty happy with it, you know?
Yeah, pretty happy with it. All right, let's go in, Heineken. Let's go in, silent man. But you can talk if you want to, because it might hold more weight.
Oh, I will. If need be. Should we call it a night from just as we open the door?
Yeah. Just as we open the door. Yeah.
It's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah. So I'll describe what you see, and then, yeah. Actually, you're right. We'll leave it at a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Leave it a cliffhanger. I'm looking forward to it. That was a good session, lads. I genuinely thoroughly enjoyed that.
It was a very good session.
Yeah.
It was actually. We had a fight. We worked our way around.
Started off with exhilaration and battles, and you get all the the bloodlust out of you, and then you can actually focus on doing things that are rational rather than
story driven.
Actually, a really good point.
And we didn't hang out in one place too long as well. We got it.
We're moving quickly. Yeah,
we're moving around.
Yeah, I'm just super glad that I have to prepare like 30 places at a time. Just
yeah. No, I understand that there's probably a whole backstory to that interaction we had in the alleyway, where there's like freaking gang wars, and he's probably written 18 pages worth of backstory on these two different gangs, and we're just like, oh, I'll buy then.
And did we do what you thought we were going to do?
Look, I can't. Unlike Many Fingers, the Bard, I'm not going to show you the Springlock Bard case the DM case that I have, and how it works.
Fair enough.
Maybe one day when we're all old and grey, and you'll be like, we'll be in the old folks' home, you'll be like, Dan, that campaign we ran 40 years ago, did we do what you expected? And then I'll tell you. I'll reveal my secret then on my deathbed.
Wow. If our memories and our cognition hold out until that long, then that's going to be impressive.
Look, once I retire, I'm just going to go back and watch all these videos again and relive the excellent stories,
the glory days,
because I'll have Alzheimer's, and I'll be like, "Oh, what a great storyteller this young whippersnapper!"
Yeah.
This young man's extremely creative.
Yeah, I remember when I ran a game in Waterdeep. But yeah,
love it. All right, lads. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dan. That was fantastic as always.
Thank you again. Cool.
Hopefully, we
2
can,
weeks. 1 week. 2 weeks.
I reckon 4.
Yeah, 2 weeks is good.
Oh yeah. And I was going to say until we can catch up in person. I reckon it's going to be a little bit longer, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking. I've banked for the end of September.
It sucks because my birthday's on the 14th, and the restrictions are being, either lifted or renewed on the 13th. And it was like, I might be able to have like a couple of friends over for beers, but
you, me and Sean, man, need to get just do the same thing as repeat.
Oh no, and that's the thing. I was like, it's my birthday. The day after this, it was like, but yeah. So I'm holding out that they're like, yep, you can have 2 people over, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. But
cool.
Yeah, probably not.
For D&D, I'll run the other half of the group. Yeah, this time next week, which again you're welcome to watch or just have it as a surprise and hear second-hand whispers, and then we'll do this again 2 weeks from now.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
No worries, boys.
See you guys.
Ciao.
And everyone else who's been hanging out, obviously Tim Cook the Duke.
You're muted.
And we got Head Hog. I was just chatting to the chat.
I feel like I'm the only one in the chat at the moment.
What's your account? Are you some random person? 412.
No, I'm Duke.
Oh, Duke. I got Tim Cook the Duke. Oh, I'm talking to the Twitch chat. People who are in Twitch chat.
Okay. I saw you were like and then I saw you go mute and start talking. I was like, oh, I don't know if he's always muted. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to boot. So, thank you very much for this evening.
No worries, dude. We should try and organise another Arkham Horror Night, potentially this weekend if you're free.
So this Sunday is Father's Day, but yeah, after
my dad's in Perth.
yeah, you can still get some sort of chat in with him, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll give him a call.
Yeah, actually, so I do have an assignment due this week, so hopefully I'll get it done. Next week would be better for me personally.
Yep. Well, we'll try and work around that then. I know Charles is obviously super busy with the fact that he's got a child.
Two.
Two children. Yeah, you're right. So we either work around him or he's just said, like, you guys can do the next session without him anyway. So we could, because we've still got 2 more to go in that storyline for the Arkham Horror.
Yep.
So potentially we can sub him out, get Emma in, or even someone else. And run with 4 there.
That works.
Mm.
Okay. Well, we'll say if we can queue it up for not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, we'll pencil that in tentatively.
Yeah, and I guess we'll check with Charles, because if he can do it this weekend, I'll try and still squeeze it all in. Because honestly, I can probably actually still do it this.
Yeah. Failing that, we'll go the weekend after, no problem. 12th, 13th.
Yep.
I want to take a little bit of time off in September, even if I can't go anywhere, just to kind of recharge the batteries a bit.
Fair call.
All right. Oh, we can do this Stream Raiders battle on Twitch.
Okay.
It's like a little mini game.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll speak to you soon.
Absolutely, brother. I'll catch you soon.
All right. Enjoy. Oh, actually, wait a second. Oh, no. I'll talk to you next week. All good. All right. Enjoy. Bye.
All right. See ya. All right. Oh, we got the battle ready to go. I hope those of you who are lurking in chat, kind of enjoyed our D&D campaign. That's one we run. I run with that group in particular fortnightly, although the greater group we run weekly. And let's get to the this group here. Let's go full screen for Stream Raiders, shall we? Oh, Hedgehog. Absolutely carrying the game. And congrats to Satian Boot. I'm going to call it there for the night, everyone. Thank you very much for hanging out in the chat. I know we didn't do too many battles, or those of you who kind of just joined, it started to seem like we're getting some momentum then for the battles themselves, but please hit follow and check. In the future, if you're looking for someone to lurk in, you're more than welcome to join us here. Obviously, we're on Aussie times, which may be a little bit different to what you're used to. Hopefully, we can fill a kind of niche if you're trying to spam out these games and get that mad loot constantly. But either way, you've been amazing, and those of you been in the chat talking about some random person for 1-2 talking about being evil necromancer. Look, you may not be wrong, and I hope you liked our specific brand of Dragon Heist. What is it? Thursday we'll be back running Lost Mines at Fandelver with the Tats and Tarask crew, and then hopefully this weekend I'm looking to do some more D&D prep. So if you're a dungeon master who wants to kind of see how the sauce is made, maybe you're new or maybe you're an old hat and you want to offer your help, I would certainly appreciate it. You want to come in and chat and say hi while I prep the next session in this campaign and the other campaigns as well as do a little bit of world building potentially while we hang out. So if you're interested in that at all, again, hit follow and maybe keep an eye out over the weekend to stop by. Until then, I've been Sheriff Dan, so thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.